Stop wasting time on your coding portfolio and do this instead. Now, why on earth would I say this, right? Stop working on your coding portfolio. If you're serious about getting a dev job this year, just stop working on your coding portfolio because it's not going to get you where you want to go. How do I know? Because I've worked with dozens and dozens and dozens of students, helping them get their first or next dev job in a very short period of time. And not any one of them in the past over 10 years that I've been working with students on this, none of them have ever come back to me and said, "Oh, Dr. Emily, I got my job because of my coding portfolio." And in fact, when I looked at the coding portfolios for my students that were getting major jobs at companies like Amazon and Chase, if you looked at their coding portfolios, there was almost nothing there. And these are first-time entry-level coders getting jobs at these amazing, huge companies. So how are they doing it? What I can tell you is that every single student that has come to me and gotten a job offer has come and said, "Oh, I got the job offer because of experience, hands-on experience working on a team, deploying to production for an actual client project." Every single time. Never the portfolio, always the experience. And so when you have that experience, it's a total game changer on your resume. Let me share a story about how this can play out. So I was working with a student, Danielle, and she had unfortunately been to not one, but two other boot camps before joining us in the Joy of Coding Academy. And she'd completed, she'd graduated, she had a portfolio, she was sending it everywhere, and she wasn't getting any interviews at all. It was so frustrating for her to have invested so much time and money and not have what she was looking for. And so what happened next is I invited her to join us inside the Joy of Coding Academy so she could learn to think like a coder and really get that hands-on experience. And she did, and she took us up on the offer. And literally as soon as she put the internship on her resume, she started getting hiring managers calling her, attention from recruiters. She was all over LinkedIn. It was a total game changer. And it can happen like that. It doesn't take a lot of experience to really elevate your resume and elevate your job application game. So moral of the story is, don't do what everybody else says to do just because everyone else is saying it. Make sure it makes sense for you, that it's aligned, that it actually works. Because the worst thing you can do is spend your time day in and day out working so hard to get where you're trying to go and not seeing any results, right? So make sure that you're taking action that lines up with where you're trying to go and where you're trying to get to, all right? Here's to you this year. Let's rock it and get you that 6-figure software developer job. Peace.